Thank you. Damn it. See? It ain't working out right today. It's all good though. Yeah, I was talking about yesterday. So yesterday I woke up tired, super tired. Foggy, did the live stream, got up, went on my mountain bike ride. And usually about 8-10 minutes, even sometimes 12-15 minutes in, I can break through that barrier, that wall that's there. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Verizon wireless. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. I think we can be heard now. I think. Let me check. Let me double check. Durable chirk. Yeah, we should be good. Discount double check. Sweet. Yeah, so I wake up, man. It's day 57, by the way. I'm trying not to screw this up. Trying not to. I do not want to fail this challenge. I'm so close. I'm like 17 days away. After today, I'll be 17 more days. And we completed 75 live streams, 75 daily vlogs, times 2 workouts, right? But yesterday, 15 minutes through a workout. I usually, like 9 to 15 minutes, I can break through whatever wall I'm feeling, whatever tiredness I'm feeling. By the time I'm warmed up, it's like, there it goes. It's gone. I feel great. But not yesterday, all the way to the top of the mountain. Didn't feel so good. So I just came home and I'm like, I'm going to lay down for a minute, like at 11:30. I didn't wake up till 4:30 before we went to the gym. Man, I was out. My body said, you're done. You're going to sleep, and that's that. I think a lot of it has to do with allergies, though. This is the time of year that my allergies are on high. The cotton starts flying through that air, and then I'm taking allergy medicine. And allergies, how they just make you tired anyway. So I just got to adapt and realize, okay, this is the part of the season. When we first started this challenge, I was out running in the snow. Now I got to run in the allergies. And if it catches up to me like that, it catches up to me like that. I just got to deal with it. That's how we did. So I just fell asleep. Did the best I could. Still got my 2 workouts in a day. Still got everything done. And I got some sleep. I even got a little bit of laundry done. Grant, I had your bike loaded up on the back of my truck. I was on my way to get it washed and bring it over to you so it's all nice and clean. Nope, just didn't happen. It did not happen. Anybody else feel like that? Anybody else just have a day where it's just like your body says, no, doesn't matter what your mind says. Your body's not going to. Sometimes your body just won't listen to you. You can try to make it, but it wins. And it got me yesterday. But I'm here today. And then, because I couldn't, I slept so long, I couldn't sleep last night. So I didn't get to bed till like 3. I was left listening to, podcasts and Bible studies and all kinds of stuff last night on my phone. Movies were boring. Couldn't watch them. Don't worry about it, he says. All right, thanks, brother. I'm getting there. Geese said Saturday was a tough day for him. We need to rest. We're designed to rest. Once a week. 7 out of the 7 days a week, just like the Bible, like it says, 6 days, do all your labor, but, take one and rest. Chill. Rest out. But I'm on the 75 hard challenge, and according to the 75 hard challenge, there's no resting. It's a grit challenge, right? The reason that the Navy SEALs go through Hell Week is they prove that's what they want them to learn, is that they can survive under harsh conditions with very little sleep. And I think they did some tests, and the human body needed during the week at least 3 hours of sleep or it dies. So they allowed them to at least get 3 hours during that week of sleep. But they freeze them, work them their guts out, and let them sleep about 3 hours for the whole week, just to show that the body can handle way more than you think it can. Which we should look at that stuff and take lessons in our life, because we give up so easy. Oh, it's a little uncomfortable. I quit. How many times have we quit in our lives just because things got a little uncomfortable? Man. Not cool. So yeah. How's everybody feeling today? Tuesday? Great Tuesday. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day outside today. I'm going to go get my exercising in. Go take care of some things that I didn't get to do yesterday. Then I'm going to hit the gym tonight, hit chest. Today's going to be a good day. Just for Today says, someone who believes in me. That was a good one. Someone who believes in me. Just for today, I will have faith in someone in NA who believes in me and wants to help me in my recovery. Not all of us arrive in NA and automatically stay clean. But if we keep coming back, we find in Narcotics Anonymous the support we need for our recovery. Staying clean is easier when we have someone who believes in us, even when we don't believe in ourselves. Even if the most frequent relapser in NA usually has one staunch supporter who is always there, no matter what, it is imperative that we find that one person or group of people who believes in us. When we ask them if we will ever get clean, they will always reply, yes, you can and will. Just keep coming back. We all need someone who believes in us, especially when we can't believe in ourselves. When we relapse, we undermine our already shattered self-confidence. Sometimes so badly we began to feel utterly hopeless. At such times, we need the support of our loyal NA friends. They tell us that this can be our last relapse. They know from experience that if we keep coming to meetings, we will eventually get clean and stay clean. It is hard for many of us to believe in ourselves, but when someone loves us unconditionally, offering support no matter how many times we've relapsed, recovery in NA becomes a little more real for us. Just for today, I will find someone who believes in me. I will believe in them. That's good stuff. Yeah, keep coming back and work an honest program. You got to be honest. If you're not going to be honest, it ain't going to happen. If all you do is talk and you're just manipulative with your talk because you're trying to convince people of your all that stuff, it ain't ever going to work. You can come back as many times as you want, but if all you're doing is talking, you're not listening to the advice that's given. You're not listening to the experience in the room and the examples that have led these people to get clean, because all you're doing is just talking. Talking. How do you make somebody listen that only talks? All they want to do is just talk. It's a tough one. Justin Sweet, it is a great morning. Good morning. Glad you're here. Know what I mean? It's tough. Chapter 5 says it all. I'm telling you, chapter 5, how it works. This is on page 58 in the big book. This is what is read right before you read the 12 steps. It says, rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves to this program. They still got one foot in, one foot out. Hey, don't go into this type of crowd and this lifestyle and you'll be okay. Get all the way into recovery and you'll be able to do it, right? But they always have one foot into that lifestyle because they're not going to give themselves to a program. And it's usually men and women who are constitutionally incapable of being honest with themselves. Always playing the blame game. It's not my fault. Nothing's ever my fault. It's always you guys' faults around me. You don't believe me ever. You don't ever believe what I say, even though half the stuff I say is just lip service and has no value or nothing because it's never followed through with kind of stuff, you know? So you got to look in the mirror and be honest. It says, rarely do people fail. They give themselves to the program and they can be honest with themselves. It says there are such unfortunates. They are not at fault. They seem to have been born that way. They are naturally incapable of grasping and developing a manner of living which demands rigorous honesty. And naturally incapable of grasping and developing a manner of living which demands rigorous honesty. Their chances are less than average. There are those too who suffer from grave emotional and mental disorder, but many of them do recover if they have the capacity to be honest. It's crazy. And the 12 steps goes right into, we admitted we were powerless over our drugs and alcohol, and you can replace that with anything. Drugs, alcohol, food, gambling, whatever addiction is making your life unmanageable and you are powerless over it can go right there. Came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood him. Made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. Searching and fearless, because to get honest, you got to have some fearlessness in there to do a huge moral inventory of yourself. Those character defects that we talk about in group, to actually take those and apply themselves to you in a way that you are responsible for the way you act in them, Admitted to God, number 5, admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrong. We're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. Humbly asked him to remove our shortcomings. Made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. Made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. Continued to take personal inventory. And when we were wrong, we promptly admitted it. Number 11, step 11, sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God, so we understood him. Praying, what are you praying for when you're improving this conscious contact? For the knowledge of his will for us. What's his will for us? And give us the power to carry that out. That is what my will for me. What do I want God to do for me? Right? What is his will for me? And give me the power to carry his will for me out, not my own selfish desire or weird wills. Having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, this is step 12, we tried to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all our affairs. So it becomes a daily habit. I highly suggest, and I believe that our next challenge, April, May, June, July, if you want to get a head start in July, I'm going to give you a sneak peek into the first part of the challenge, is to memorize the 12 steps. By the 30th day, everybody should be able to recite the 12th step. July challenge, sneak preview, spoiler alert. So if you want a head start reading them. It's on page 60, 59 and 60 in the big book. You can just Google it. When I memorized them, I put them on flashcards, just like old school. And I just kept going. We had to be able to recite them before we got transitioned out of the rehab that I was in. 5.5 months or so I spent in mine. And I sat in my little transition circle, and you have to say with like just some arbitrary 95%, how they measured that. If you missed a couple of words out of the hole, you were good. But I had to say that before I could transition. And now it's crazy. I can have a problem arise during the day or any situation, right? And I can meditate and run myself through those 12 steps. Become willing. You get out of denial. You become willing. You look at your faults and everything that's going on. You take control. You make amends. Step 10, and then correcting it immediately. And then you go, whoops, lost my contact with God. What's your will? And then you step 12, right? And it helps clear things up. And the 12 steps, I think the whole world needs to do the 12 steps. No doubt about it. It's just good for the mind, good for the soul, good for society. Everybody starts getting along and being honest with one another. I think it'd do us a lot of good. So where are we at? What are we on? June 7th. We're 7 days into our 30-day June challenge. How does everybody feel that's in the challenge, that's here listening? How's it going? How is it going? Easy? Renee says, sometimes I put myself under such pressure, I just want to crawl under a rock and hide from myself. Just got to be patient. Got to remind myself I'm in early recovery. My brain will stabilize and it will find an equilibrium eventually. Absolutely. Pause. Yep. Post-acute withdrawal syndrome keeps getting me to, it does. Post-acute is something seriously to look at. I would highly suggest any of you that have been hardcore using drugs, alcohol, look at how hard you were using it and what the long-term effects of that are and how long it takes for those long-term effects it takes to heal. Your body's healing from that mentally and physically, right? Look into that and see where you're at. See what it does. And so you can understand like, oh man, I'm not crazy. It's just the part of this healing process of my damage that I did to my body. And the better your sleep habit is, the better your eating and water intake and then exercise is, the faster you will get through post-acute withdrawal. Hey, good morning, brother. You caught a live stream. So cool. Proud of you, man, for kicking its butt here. Geish says, I feel great and it's not easy, but I'm learning to push myself further and further each day. So cool, huh? I love it when you start realizing, like, wait a minute, I can tell my body what to do. Like, I am the boss of this vessel. I decide what bothers me and what does not bother me. I decide, and then sometimes, we still got to work at it. It's a learning process. We have to learn ourselves. It's a path of self-discovery. Savage Freedom, what have you done today? Working out, 20-minute jog. So cool. What is this? Drank all my water pretty quick being put in the sun. Yeah, good job. Boop, boop. Gonzo. Looks like a water jug lamp. I thought you made a water jug lamp right there. Working on the car. Gotta love the, ooh, look at that little blood blister. Pinch. Nice. It's kind of nice to just work on your car every once in a while. Oh yeah, we got a video. Got another video. Sick. Beautiful bridge. I like going over bridges. Excuse me. Oh, sweet. Thanks for the video, Geesh. I love the sounds of nature when you're out there. Sometimes I don't wear my earbuds. Sometimes I forget them too. But sometimes I'm like, you know what? I don't need the noise in my ears. I'm constant just like, just enjoy the noise out there. Like the sounds of nature, right? The birds, the dogs, the sound of the gravel under your feet. And then think about the stuff you've learned. Or think about your conscious contact with God in step 11. Praying only for the knowledge of his will for us and the power to carry that out, So cool. Eugene, salud. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Cómo estás? Bless you too, brother. 72 ounces of water, 32 ounces after work. That says, I gotta go, Pate. That's what that means. 45 minutes, 6.5 bike. Nice. Dang, dude, you're going far now. While on IOP Zoom meeting. Sick. What a better place to be. After the first half of the meeting where I volunteered to read all of the stuff you read from your book, I figured that it would cover doing the things to make you uncomfortable. Dude, yeah. Exactly. Exactamundo. Yep. That made me uncomfortable, he said. That counts. Absolutely. You have to get uncomfortable being uncomfortable. You got to step out of your comfort zone. 4 things, I think, in early recovery, in early anything in life for anybody trying to find themselves. 4 most important things that I'm going to start having people. I don't know how to make people realize this. You can't. You can just say it to them, especially when they're not listening. All they do is talk kind of stuff. Early addiction, all your mind thinking is all the bridges you've burned or you're in trouble with the cops, whatever, right? Whatever addiction does to us, my parents, my kids, or my health, all the chaos, right? How do you get through that to understand that number 1 is honesty? Like, I have to be completely honest with myself and the people that are trying to help me. 2, sleep schedule, diet, and exercise. Those 4 things must be the first thing out of the gate, start fixed. Because then all this other stuff, to be uncomfortable, to do what Geesh is doing, right? To go on a 6.5 mile bike ride during his IOP stuff and reading, getting uncomfortable and leveling up changes in his life gets easier once you start giving the body the fuel it needs. And honesty is part of that fuel. 16 ounces, core strength, journaling. Oh, let's see your heart rate. Ah, snap. That's some good fat burn heart rate right there. Oh, yeah. See, fat burn, 116. I heard this is a myth now. Like the fat burn zone. I heard that's not a thing. I was reading it the other day because I was trying to get my heart rate in that zone. So I was like, let me figure this out. How old am I? How much do I weigh? Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, well, the fat burn zone, it just means you have to go longer in that zone. But if you do high intense, I'm just talking exercise crap now. I'm not judging what you did. It's all good. But if you do high intense, it burns up all the glycogen in your muscle storage, and then that has to burn the fat. It has to rely on other sources of fuel. And so therefore you get into fat burn quicker. I don't know. My advice for myself now when I work out or try anything, diet, try to grow muscle, try try to lose fat, try to lose weight, is to just look at some stuff and then try it for an extended period of time, more than 30 days, more than 2 weeks for sure. Okay, I want to lose weight. I'm going to lower my calories and I'm going to increase my cardio, input, output. That seems to be like the simple as it is. Good, clean fat, good, clean carbs, good protein, keep protein high. And that's all it does, right? It doesn't have to be all complicated and crazy and do all these macros and you got to crunch all these numbers like some scientist. The first week of the challenge has been haphazard. I went to work on making a schedule plan throughout the day in week 2. It's nice. It's very nice. Yeah, dude, start writing it down. That's what I did. I wrote down my whole day. I get up at this time, like yesterday and today, I like screwed that up. My schedule got bumped. Like my body was like, there's a speed bump in my body that like just passed out yesterday morning. But write it down and then try to stick to that schedule. Just get a basic foundational baseline schedule goal of what your day is going to look like and have that prepared in your mind. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And if this happens, it's all good. I'll just adjust around, and then take the day as it comes at you with a plan. You're ready. You just don't wake up arbitrarily going, oh my God. And today's flying at me and it's kicking my butt out of the gate. And if you wake up prepared and plan for the day, it just makes it so much easier. Jerry, JL, what's up, brother? Will you be my personal trainer? Absolutely, bro. I would love to train you. You know where the gym is? Show up. We'll be there. Call me. Text me. Come over. 100%, bro. 100%. I would love to. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And then to stick to that. Have you ever wrote your whole day down? Maybe that'll be part of July. So maybe there's another sneak one. Write your whole day down. Right, every hour. What do you do at 6 o'clock? What do you do at 7 o'clock? What do you do? Follow through. 8 o'clock. I miss you too, bro. 100%. I miss our little chit chats. JL, you had a big to do with pushing me in this direction. All the wisdom and advice you gave me. Not joking. All right. Enough rabbit hole for me. Back to the videos and challenges. Ah, snap. Is he about to hang up a hammock? That was a good hammock location. That's another good hammock location. Is this where you work, bro? Or am I just saying stuff? Another beautiful day. Oh, that's today. Is that where you work? Are you working in that park? I'm not quite sure. Jinray, drinking her water, reading her books. Magic of big thinking. What is this one? Acquire the secrets of success. Achieve everything you've always wanted. Yeah. How to do the work? Awesome. See, we start to heal our biopsychosocial through working out, eating right, getting our sleep schedule, and putting something else in our mind than Netflix. Netflix may cost $9.99 a month, but it's actually taking your focus and your time. It costs a lot more. Facebook, Twitter, all that social media that's free takes your focus and mind and actually kicks you off into negativity and rabbit holes that suck sometimes and then create anger and frustration in you just because of the posts we see sometimes. If you don't think that stuff has an effect on your psyche, watch a depressing movie for 2 hours and tell me how you feel when you're done. See if you're like in a great mood or are you depressed? That stuff affects what we let in our ears and in our eyes affects our soul. And then that's what comes out, right? Good job, Jen Ray. Killing it. Man, she's posting as we speak. They're just like popping up. This is awesome. Understanding individual vulnerability to addiction. Educating. We're drinking her water, working out. I love it. Jen Ray, proud of you. June 7th, Australia. June 6th, USA. It's all good, mate. It's all good, mate. I know we know you're a day ahead of us. He says, well, I hated this journal task. Absolutely hated it. Struggled so bad to think of anything to write. I have PTSD from childhood and it makes it difficult to remember stuff. Not because I don't want to, but with PTSD, the memories get misfiled in the wrong part of the brain. and it's hard to access them, mate. Yeah, I agree. Encountering the past sucks. It does suck. You know, when I think back to my childhood and I think back to just the life I was drugged through, you just wake up one day, you know, you just all of a sudden you kind of are aware of life and you look in the mirror and go, oh, that's me. You didn't choose that. Look at your mom and dad if you were adopted or whatever. Oh, I'm in this place. And you just think that's the way it is. You don't even know there's more out there yet. And to just get drugged through, that's a, program in the brain. And if it's a horrible situation and that's the way we're raised, and to like get through, sometimes you have to go to a psychiatrist or psychologist or a good, wise person and talk it out, figure it out. And that's why we need to start learning all kinds of other stuff so that we can combat those old wrong belief systems that were just jammed into our head right out the gate. And that's why we look at the past. The big example I have on my plate right now is all the stuff that held me back as an adult, or in my teenage years, an adult, because of the way I grew up, who I thought I was going to be. Not good. Love Miss Happiness, drinking her water, writing her journal. So proud of you guys. Grateful. Bobby, what? Damn, look at the organization skills on Bobby. Remember how this looked the other day? Is this the same room? Very nice. Oh, what's he reading? How We Love. More than 100,000 copies sold of How We Love Expanded Edition. Discover your love style. Enhancing. Whoa. Working on the marriage. That's freaking cool. Got you a lucky wife there, bud. That's way cool. Tons of water. Very good. Very good. Oh, sorry. Forgot to screen share. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. And this is the book he's reading. Enhancing Your Marriage, How We Love. Ah, man, you had to give us a little couple snippets out of there. That sounds interesting. When you get a moment, when you get chance. Awesome. Good job, everybody. Now I'm excited. I'm pumped up and fired up, man. I had a hard time. It was one of those mornings. It was like, okay, make it to an elbow. Ugh. All right, twist into the seating position. Ugh. Yeah, it is coming along, dude. Doing a good job. Tackling something you're not proud of, tackling something you're uncomfortable with, tackling something that irritates the shit out of you. Like, screw it. And then you're done. You feel good. You've achieved. You've achieved it. It's a victory. It's a success. Everything we've done, if you're up to day 7 and you've done all this and you've posted your exercises, your all the stuffs, right? And you're actually accomplishing things, you look back, man, that's a success. You're successful. You're being successful. And it's awesome. And it's not like it's going to get worse. All of a sudden, one day, this is all just going to suck. It only gets better. Because the reward stacks on top of reward, on top of victory, on top of victory, and it just keeps expanding and getting better. We get smarter, we get stronger. It becomes more clear as we keep going, and it just gets better. And the more lessons we learn, the better we are. And then it's just, like I said the other day, the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. And we get there too. So, right on, everybody. Until tomorrow morning, I will be back. Sorry for the late one today. But boy, this body is not cooperating. It's not going to sleep, and it's sleeping when it wants to. Yesterday and today. So until tomorrow, do not put yourself in a high-risk situation. Stay strong, work your program, and remember, we recover better together.